This is Air Studios in London. This was originally a church. Then it became a cathedral of sound. And George Martin, I believe, started this studio from a few pennies that he made from this group called the Beatles, I think it was. Here it is, air. We are sort of walking on air to be here. Good morning. Hey. Well, let's walk right into it. Look, it's you walk in the door, and then here it is. And there's Mr. Valentine with one of his understated shirts.
Mr. Fremer,
good morning,
I think you
sir.
should put your clothes on because really,
don't give it away.
Is our lovely head.
It's a dummy ear.
Yeah.
And so as opposed to just being a dummy, which is what
That's
I am.
me.
That's me too. Great dummies think alike.
Quite right.
So there's the control room. And let's just take a quick look around. Those are the solar panels. No, I guess this is all you can see on the ceiling. You can't have this entire room going to the ceiling. You have to have some control over the acoustics.
And the guys can raise and lower the entire panel as well as the fingers on the edge.
And they're using studio cable. This is one of the funny things that the cable skeptics, they say, oh, so in the studio they're using Belden or whatever the basic cable is, and then you get it home and you think using a different cable is going to make a difference. Yep. And I say to them, that's like saying, the water comes out of the water system, and it comes through the regular pipes, it gets to your house, and you think putting a filter on the end of your tap is going to make a difference? Well, yes, it does.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. Drink lead. Right. And there's a pipe organ. That organ works, right?
If you have £10,000,
yes,
the guy will come along and fix it.
What do you mean? It doesn't work?
No. It's broken.
Really?
But I did think, the first time that I came here, I thought, pipe organ, we're going to do, Symphony No. 3, Sanson, something like that.
Yeah.
And the people that run the place were like big smiles. Oh, great, they said fantastic. Oh, you need 10,000. Just say that again. Yeah, we'll need £10,000. So it looks very nice in the back of shots, but
£10,000 is not that much.
Oh, Michael, thank you. We'll take a check.
No, but I mean, somebody you think there'd be a benefactor who would want to fix it. This is a smaller room. I guess you could do vocals in here. You could do radio commercial voiceovers in here. Here's the main control behind the glass. Let's go in here through the double doors. I think this is a door here. Let's push our way in here. Here we are. Hi there.
Hiya.
Got enough tracks here?
Just about. Never enough.
A lot of knobs. This
is a Neve.
It's an Neve board.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's Trilogy? That's the
Trilogy is the communication system.
Nice. So how many channels are there in this board?
96.
What's the vintage of this board?
It's about 10 years old now.
So it's recent.
Yeah.
And the monitors are from?
It's Bourne Audio with TAD drivers.
And there's a Studer. It's the Chasing the Dragon. Chasing the Dragon, actually, if you don't know it, is a term for a sort of heroin hit. But I think it's kind of unusual that he picked that name. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he thought it really meant a guy running around after an animal, a large reptile. But that's not what it really means. Maybe it means that too. I don't know. So does the studio also have an analog tape machine?
It does. We have lots of tape machines. Yeah. If you just go through the door,
and I don't mean to take you away from your work.
No,
actually,
sure.
I do mean to take you away from your work.
There's an 827 here. This is our main multi-track. We also have two Ampex 102 machines.
And do these get much use?
Yeah, occasionally. People do less and less on tape now, but we still do the old project, and these machines are maintained properly.
I would have liked to have heard you say, well, actually we're getting more and more.
No, not so much. Tape's expensive.
It's a Concord DJ. Here's the lathe here. And it's a Neumann, of course, a SX74. Are you getting all tingly? I know I am. There's a stack of Transco lacquers. They're watching. They're watching. Are we all excited?
Set it up, so that obviously means something.
And they've got look, they've got.
Find out which ones you should actually.
They got the big TAD monitors.
Right. People need to talk to.
There's their Studer
because that will come out of the minded boxes in the control room.
Deck.
Lars or Alex, you in the control room?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which
Look
way.
at this.
No, it's fine. It's just two. It's because
vacuum tube
They can have a
EQ.
matching mode and a momentary mode.
Right, fine.
I don't think anybody's there, but I haven't got anybody. I think they're all out on the floor at the moment.
Yeah, there's no one in there a minute ago.
This looks like a nice mastering suite.
So we can have preview and the mod, so we can have the advanced channel go into the
So there's a
pitch computer.
There's a preview head on here.
Yeah, the preview head's on here.
That's
so
good.
These additional guides will set up your delay, go into the pitch computer. So
John,
that's the preview, that's the mod. Okay, yeah, cool. I'll use microns because it's the orchestral. If they're putting the basses off to one side, there's going to be a lot of vertical cut head movement.
Right.
So I'm going to have to cut quite deep. So I'll set that, and then this is the land. This is the space in between the grooves.
Right.
So it's the safety margin between the grooves, if you will.
So you have to cut it kind of
that.
conservatively.
Well, actually, not really, because I mean, I think they're about, well, basically 8 millimeters per 8 lines per millimeter will give you, which is about 200 lines per inch,
Right.
will give you 20 minutes. So.
Oh.
So yeah, I've got quite a bit to play with there.
And they're going to do
that'll give me a 20-minute side.
Right, and they're going to do a rehearsal anyway, so you can.
They'll do rehearsal anyway, and I have it on Mike's authority, and he's usually pretty good at telling me this. The longest side is 18 minutes.
So did you cut the other discs at Chasing the Dragon?
Yeah, I did. I've done them all.
Yeah.
I've been working
Why don't you
with Mike
introduce
for years.
yourself?
Oh, hello. I'm John. John Webber. I'm mastering engineer at Air Studios. And today I'm going to attempt to cut a 60-piece orchestra onto a piece of acetate, which
Awesome.
I've done a few of these before, but I've never done it from Lyndhurst Hall, and I've never done anything on this scale.
Right. And did you apprentice with Ray? Did he teach you?
Ray taught me how to cut. Yeah, I was a mastering engineer for several years before I met Ray, doing CD work mainly, in the CD era.
It was a big error.
And then Ray taught me how to cut vinyl.
Outstanding.
As he has many other pretty successful engineers.
Yes. So what's on this little? We're taking up a fund to get a better cartridge here for playback, because that's a DJ cartridge.
Well, I mean, it's a domestic representation of what a lot of people might have.
I think it's actually lower than.
Well, if we do electronic music, not really.
Okay, then tell everybody who you are.
I'm Cicely. I've been working here for about a year. I assist on some sessions. I do some sessions of my own.
And you were at Gearbox, and your name is on some of the records.
Yes, it was. I was at Gearbox Records previously, doing quite a lot of cutting towards the end, and various other assisting. But,
excellent.
Yeah.
And you're going to be the assistant here today.
Yes, I'll probably be in and out a bit.
And have you done a direct disc?
Yeah.
Oh, so
we did one at Gearbox in my time, and then we've done one here with Mike this year, and then this is.
It's a lot more pressure than just doing a regular cut, right?
It is, yeah. But the
system's in place. You know what you're
system's in place.
doing,
The pleasure of being at Air is you have a lot of help on hand. The maintenance department are there to help when stuff goes wrong. So it's all.
Excellent.
I feel quite calm about it, but I guess I'm not the one.
I don't. I'm just watching. And what got you interested in this?
It's a good question. I did a sound recording degree at Surrey University, and we kind of cover, all sorts of the audio industry and technology departments.
But of course, this is very esoteric compared to what.
But this is quite, sort of niche. We do a placement basically, and I worked at Gearbox Records as part of my placement.
You like it?
I love it.
Me too.
It's great, yeah.
yet those three little knobs that are not on the oscilloscope or the recording desk, fun, foot tapping, joy, seem to disappear a little bit when we record digitally. And so I started a record label that only concentrates on recording onto that good old technology, vinyl. Something wonderful seems to happen when we make an LP. And what I found is that the less bits in the chain, the better. So we've come up with this idea of recording straight onto the vinyl. So no digital recording, no audio tape recording, but literally from the microphones and Rupert's mixing desk up 2 floors to the cutting head, and the jump factor is amazing. This is our 4th session and the first one with such a large orchestra, and it's just really wonderful having known Debbie for many, many years to be able to come full circle. And in the thanks of my bank manager, who says get it right, who's hiding, crying in the back somewhere, we thought that we would use this wonderful studio to record a fantastic piece. It's such misery in the world, and especially with the weather today, we thought we would start with something which obviously has a lot of sunshine in it and a tribute to Spain. Hence the Bizet, the Chabrier and the Rimsky-Korsakov pieces that we're going to do. Because the wonderful thing that I found is with the records that we sell all over the world, from China, America, Greenland, Trumpland, that are really calling America now, it's just you bring a little bit of joy to people's hearts. And if we can do that, that's wonderful. Thank you. Yeah.
Tune up. You're on time. Go on, Matt. Okay.
Song, because I didn't get the balance in this one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sounds nice. Well done for the lineup.
Yeah, no, the thing is, without the
So,
Michael,
we're recording digitally.
listening to him as well.
So we've got the Nagra, and this is going to record the binaural head, and then also the orchestra as well, and then also the individual microphones. And then down here, we've got the latest claim to the throne, which is a DSD recorder.
Right.
And we're going to record double DSD,
Right.
as well as tape, and obviously the best will be the direct cut.
Right.
But we thought, why not record everything?
Yeah, I think, why not?
Yeah.
So now, who chooses what microphones are on what instruments? I noticed you get ribbon microphones on.
Basically, it's Rupert's decision, but we talk it through together. And because he mixed for me the Clare Teal, and I love his sort of sound and balance, so I grabbed him for this recording. And he worked with George Martin when he was very young, so he's got some idea.
So he decides which type of microphone.
Yeah, I would decide with the overall stereo, which would be, in this case, a Decca tree.
Right.
So I've chosen the Decca tree, and I've also chosen my own binaural head.
Right.
But with everything else, it's like having a shorthand when you work with someone all the time. And everything that Rupert has done for me so far is so nice. I let him have free reign over those. But if I saw something I wanted to change, immediately we would do that.
So what you're recording to the disc is the Decca tree with...
Is everything. Is the Decca tree is the main stereo balance, and then all the spot mics are just tickled up, just to, the cellos might get lost a little bit, so we can add just a little bit of them.
Right.
The timps and brass usually want to play in a field next door because they're so loud.
Right.
But all the spot mics are used for just, it's like a pencil drawing and just putting in a little bit of colour. But the main stereo comes from the three mics designed by Decca in what, 1953?
And so he's mixing it live.
He's having to do a completely live mix where normally we would multi-track everything into Pro Tools, and then for weeks we could play and get it perfect. He's got to 10 o'clock, cup of tea, 2 sugars, and okay, away we go. And then an hour and a half later, live onto the disc. That's another reason why I use Rupert, who isn't scared of doing that sort of thing.
Good.
Yeah.
It's good to do this. It's exciting. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's the way it used to be done.
This is, being serious, this is the first time I've heard Rosie, our mezzo-soprano, singing. Because a friend of mine said, you should use her, she's very good. We're running out of time. I said, right, get her, book her. And so when I started...
How about the other musicians?
Right, all these are professional musicians playing all the time in orchestras all over the UK. Film score, no, a lot of live sessions, a lot of concerts as well. But I guess it's that British thing that, because of our history of music, from when they first want to take up the violin, it's in their blood to work. And we've got a great outlet for them, because music is quite well supported in the UK, That was tape. Is it live or is it Memorex?
I thought that was them playing.
Yeah. That shows you how nice that machine is.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay, so before the Primoso, we want to go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't really. I mean, we can go from. Do these. Sorry. Would you like to do the? Was that section good tempo for you?
I think so, yeah, it
Felt better. Yeah, no, it felt good. Felt good. Let's go from, where you come back, La Boheme, that bit. Go from the Primoso, where come the crochet 1 through 8. Have you got that marked?